As AI is developing faster than ever before, there's actually a looming threat that we all should be aware of as we're all using AI more and more and more than ever before. Now, in 2024, the threat could cause a potential disaster in the machine learning industry and potentially even stall all future innovations as it relates to AI. Stick around as we're going to learn all about what model collapse is and how it could change AI as we already understand it as consumers in the space. So welcome back, I'm Dries, and this is my channel. I have a master's degree in educational technology and new media, and honestly, how humans and the human condition is faring with the integration of AI is fascinating to me. Model collapse. Hey, model collapse. It can be thought of as a phenomenon that is, yes, a theory, but in practice, pretty detrimental. Model collapse is the speculative phenomenon that refers to the potential degradation of AI systems as they increasingly rely on models that are trained on data generation by other AI models. I'm wondering if models training models is going to end us all up as a society in idiocracy.
You are an unfit mother. Your children will be placed in the custody of Carl's Jr.
But I do feel like we are rapidly approaching idiocracy. And again, while the phenomena is considered speculative, a new report and article came out that was aiming, I think, to dissect sort of what model collapse looks like, what it could look like in the future, and materially how it could impact us today or tomorrow, whenever it happens. So let's look at model collapse by first looking at the actual definition and a brief intro. Model collapse refers to the gradual degradation of AI models. Specifically, model collapse is regarding the machine learning models that they're trained on and the data produced by other AI models, rather than an original or human-generated data. In essence, you can think about it like a feedback loop, right? Some might even call it an echo chamber. This feedback loop is where AI systems learn from other outputs that AI has created, rather than the real-world input or a real-time data collection. Now, there are several different kinds of AI models. Obviously, some are pulling from real-time data. Some real-time data is actually generated by AI. And more so, we're going to find that to be the truth. And over time, this is honestly just going to lead to a reduction in quality, a reduction in diversity of the data itself. Obviously, this will cause AI to become more susceptible to errors, and as more AI models are out there outputting data, and as more AI is scraping the internet for said data, we can see how these things can inform each other quite quickly. And with the prevalence of AI models becoming, well, pretty much everyday occurrences for many consumers alike, this can be a big problem really fast. And to top it off, as AI models grow in just abilities, right, the amount of data it can output, the amount of data it can interpret, the risk of model collapse has become even greater. But could it lead to an overall decline of performance for AI models, or AI systems as a whole? At the heart of model collapse is that feedback loop we already mentioned. See, in the early days of AI, it was trained on so much human-generated data, and that has quickly changed as AI outputs have flooded the internet, and as more AI is fueled by data from the internet. It used to be all books, all articles, all news, etc., etc. But the diversity of input, while it's widened with new AI-generated content, it is also sort of narrowed. Because it's always not what's bigger, it can be what's better. Is it quality over quantity for you? And again, this feedback loop only happens in the most simple of terms when AI data is used to train other AI models. Now, let's move past that. There are varying kind of concerns surrounding model collapse, what that could mean for companies, what that could mean for you, the consumer at home using these AI models and systems to, well, reduce your labor. You see, machine learning models are designed to identify patterns in data and use those patterns to generate new outputs. However, if the data they're trained on becomes increasingly homogeneous, the models will struggle to generate new and innovative ideas. Boom. That's where the stagnation of innovation will happen. We will actually see fewer and fewer novel solutions to our queries. Model collapse could result in the collapse of the AI industry. Now, that would be the most dramatic. It's not impossible. Some experts actually argue that this is the natural progression of things, and with major tweaking, digital management, and yes, of course, fine-tuning these systems, it's all going to be taken care of. It's just going to be a blip on the radar. I think what's most fascinating about these discussions, in all discussions really surrounding AI, is the lack of empirical data sets we have. It just hasn't been that much time. So, as you can see, the discussion around model collapse as a whole is really speculative. It's not based in a whole lot of data, but the research is becoming highly discussed within the community. Because of that, we see many experts asking for more research on this phenomenon. Sorry, I'm a Midwest princess. So how does one mitigate and provide solutions to a theoretical problem? Well, nerds, you'd be in luck because I have thoughts and I have commentary and ideas. I think one solution could be quite simple, right? It's to tweak, fine-tune, and make sure that diverse data sets are being used by these large corporations that have consumer-facing AI products. Why wouldn't you want a huge set of human-generated data? Having the widest range of sources from books and articles, etc. is the best course of action. But I'm not done. Another thing we could do is create new jobs. Okay, these jobs might exist, but I mean like developing new techniques, new jobs, new tasks, new positions for monitoring, managing, and upkeeping these models to contain this wide variety, this constantly updated data set. That's gonna help evaluate the overall model, and that should be happening all the time. It's not one, done, and that's it. You don't just create something and then let it live forever. It should take maintaining. It should be maintained. Models should be tested, stress tested on new data constantly. Not just a wide range of data, not just human data, but all sorts of data. This will ensure that it can maintain accurate and effective outputs, and ideally even innovative ones. I do think we can all agree on that, I think. So, where does this leave us now and potentially right in our near future? Well, model collapse raises a lot of questions. I'm sure you already have thoughts that you're writing in my comments now, or maybe you've already hit send. Maybe you didn't even make it this far. From healthcare to finance to entertainment, if model collapse, the phenomena, turns out to be real or occurs in real time at some point, it could be disastrous. AI systems are already playing a crucial role in many industries, many lives. The decline of their performance could have far-reaching implications. More than I can even probably think of to tell you right now. I think the debate around model collapse and mitigating it, providing potential solutions, that discussion should happen. They should be developed now rather than acting as it happens. I think the best plan is one that is thought through, not one that is inherently reactive. I don't know. Call me crazy. Technology will evolve. AI will evolve. So will we, as a society. The human condition will evolve and will want solutions to these things as they become more prominent in our everyday lives. So, before we end up in late-stage idiocracy, I think, these conversations are important. And if you're hearing it here for the first time, I want to recommend that you go to the description and click on some links and actually read these reports. Read the articles that have brought this to the attention of those in the industry. It's really interesting stuff, guys. Because, as I said at the top, AI is evolving fast, so is the human condition, and how we interact with AI to better our lives. Or, potentially, make them worse, which we don't want. If you like this video, if you like this kind of content and commentary, let me know by liking the video, subscribing to the channel. Heck, even leave a comment. And until next time, I will see you in the lives. Bye!